in like 30 seconds for the audio to start.
All right, there's our notice. We're live streaming on YouTube.
IT dance party.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 12th edition of the Great Lakes District Traffic Bowl, coming to you live, second annual edition virtually this year, again on streaming live on YouTube. We're very glad you could join us tonight. We have a great competition ahead. And before we get to meeting our contestants, let's take just a minute to introduce who you'll be seeing tonight. My name is Nick Erpelding. I'm a traffic engineer with SRF Consulting Group in Minneapolis. And with us, we have an esteemed panel of judges. Let's take a minute to meet our judges as well. First, Kate, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Kate Sanford, and I'm a transportation engineer with CBS Squared out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
And Jeff.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jeff Young. I'm a section member of the Illinois section, past president of the Illinois section, as well as the former Midwestern District. I am currently with HDR out of the Chicago area.
Thanks, Jeff. And Joe.
Hello, everyone. I'm Joe Gustafson. I'm the traffic engineer for Washington County, Minnesota, which is just east of St. Paul. And I was also the 2016 section president of the North Central section.
Great. Glad to have all of you with us tonight. And again, as a reminder, we're coming to you live on April 20th here. This would have been the second day of the Great Lakes annual meeting had we been meeting in person. That meeting has been pushed back to August 30th and 31st. We are still hoping to have that meeting in person. That meeting will be held in Columbus, Ohio. So if you don't already, mark your calendars for that meeting. All right. A little bit of a note on our competition format for tonight. We have 7 teams joining us tonight, who you'll meet in just a minute. We've randomly selected a draw for the competition. There will be 2 semifinals, the first with 3 teams and the second with 4 teams. The winners and second place teams, assuming they make Final Jeopardy in those semifinals, will also move on then to the final round of our competition tonight. So likely we will have 4 teams in our final. Because there's no obviously buzzers and we're meeting virtually, the way that we'll be buzzing in tonight will be through the Zoom chat. After each clue is read, I will enter go into the chat, and the teams will then be able to enter their school initials in. The first team showing up underneath where I type go into the chat, as I view it from my end, because it's going to be different for everyone depending on message delay. I'll call on that team and they'll have a chance to give their response. If they're correct, they'll gain points and select the next question. If they're not correct, I'll type in go again, and the other teams will have a chance to buzz in, and the process will repeat. We'll do that. Each semifinal will consist of 1 round of regular Jeopardy followed by a Final Jeopardy question. And in the regular Jeopardy, in the semifinal rounds, there will be 1 daily double clue. For the daily double clue, only the team that buzzes in will have a chance to answer. They will be able to wager up to the amount of points they have at that time, or up to $500, whichever is greater. In the Final Jeopardy, or in the championship round, there will be 2 daily double clues. And so with that, I think that's a quick recap of the rules. Let's go ahead and meet our competition for tonight. Go ahead and introduce the teams for us. First, we have Trine University. Next, Purdue University, followed by Marquette University, Michigan State University, the University of Minnesota, Wisconsin University of Wisconsin at Madison, and South Dakota State University. Thanks again to all the teams for joining us for tonight. And so with that, let's take a look. First, before we get to that, I want to take a chance to thank our sponsor for this year's event. Before we get to that, let's take a look at this year's bracket. 2 semifinals, as I mentioned. In semifinal 1, we will have University of Minnesota, Marquette University, and Trine University. And then in semifinal 2, we'll have Purdue, Wisconsin, Michigan State, and South Dakota State. And so with that, now let's take a chance to thank our sponsor for tonight's event. Tonight's Traffic Bowl is being brought to you by CMT, Crawford, Murphy, and Tilley. And I want to take just a chance to hand off to Scott Knable, who's going to say just a few quick words about CMT. Scott, are you with us?
Yes, I am. Thank you, Nick. I am Scott Knable, Vice President with CMT. I work out of our Columbus, Ohio office. So we are pleased to sponsor this event this year. It is clearly a group of highly qualified people. And I say that in knowing the fact that Jerry Bollinger, who is a co-chair for the Traffic Bowl Committee for the district, is a CMT employee, definitely is a go-to individual from a traffic perspective, and actually participated in the Traffic Bowl way back in 2012. So we're glad to have Jerry on board, and the fact that our CEO, we have a little video clip to show here in a little bit, but our CEO is actually a grad of one of the fine schools participating tonight. If anyone can guess that, are there extra points we can award? I'm not sure, but
you might be able to find some somewhere.
Yeah, that's right. Dan Meckes is a graduate of Marquette. So again, pleased to participate. I want to extend a thank you for all the teams that are participating tonight, and also want to congratulate Purdue for last year's win of the grand championship. So that was great representation of the Great Lakes District last year, and hopefully we have a repeat or someone from this group continue on and represent us well nationally. So again, thank you, and excited to listen to the Traffic Bowl. Thanks.
Great. Well, thanks, Scott. And as you mentioned, we do have a video from CMT that we'll be showing after the second semifinal round. So be sure to stick around for that. And so again, thanks to CMT. And with that, let's move on to introducing the teams for our first semifinal round. Semifinal 1, the first team is University of Minnesota. So could the contestants from Minnesota go ahead and introduce yourselves? Let us know who you are and what year you are at school.
Hi, my name is Eric Worst. I'm a junior at the University of Minnesota.
Hi, my name is Mott Stale, and I'm also a junior at the University of Minnesota.
My name is Blake Andert, and I'm a senior at the University of Minnesota.
All right. Thank you, Minnesota. Next up, we have Marquette University.
Hello, I am Mackenzie Allen, and I'm a junior at Marquette University.
Hi, I'm Danielle Del Conte, and I'm a senior at Marquette University.
And I'm Matt Wellstein, senior at Marquette.
Awesome. Glad to have you with us, Marquette. And that brings us finally to Trine University.
I'm Sean Conover, and I'm a junior at Trine University.
I'm Jacob Conley. I am a junior at Trine University.
I'm Trenton Hay. I'm also a junior at Trine University.
Excellent. Glad to have everyone with us and looking forward to a good competition here tonight. So with that, let's go ahead and take a look at our board for this first semifinal and take a look at our categories. Categories for our first round, we have warning, and these are clues about traffic warning topics. Mixed up signs. This is a category that will be sign scrambles, so just a word jumble, so you need to rearrange the letters to make up an actual sign. I will not read the clue for this category, so as soon as the clue is revealed, I'll type in go, and you'll be able to buzz in right away. Next, we have signal warrants. These are clues from section 4C of the MUTCD. ITE, clues about people and things in ITE, and I like to ride my bicycle, clues about bicycle topics. All right, Minnesota, you won the draw to select first, so go ahead and make your first selection.
I will select ITE for 100.
The current ITE International President, Minnesota.
Who is Alyssa Rodriguez?
That is correct. Go ahead, pick again.
We'll do ITE for 200.
The ITE Executive Director. All right. No one willing to chance in on that one. This is where we'd normally ask our studio audience to join us in yelling out the answer, but unfortunately the studio audience is joining us live on YouTube. So I'm sure all of you out there are yelling out the answer right now. But judges, we have the answer of Jeff Pagnotti. Jeff is a mainstay on the IT community message board. So for those of you reading those messages, you'll see Jeff often. But no one with the correct response. So Minnesota, back to you.
I will take ITE for 300.
The only country to be its own ITE district, Marquette.
What is Texas?
Sorry, incorrect. Either of our other two teams wanting to weigh in on this one? Trine, you just did get in under the buzzer.
What is Mexico?
Sorry, that is also incorrect. So Minnesota, up to you. You can choose to buzz in or not. Minnesota not wanting to take a chance on that one. Judges, what do we have? Sorry, board keeper, what do we have? What is Canada is the answer we were looking for there. So again, back to Minnesota for our next pick.
I will take ITE for 400.
This new ITE district peeled off from the Western District. No one buzzing in on that one. This is part of the new one ITE movement, and this is the Mountain District newly formed in the last year or so. Minnesota, back to you.
I will do ITE for 500.
This is the only US state that is split into separate ITE districts. Minnesota.
What is Texas?
Sorry, that's incorrect. Trying.
What is California?
That also is incorrect. Marquette, up to you. Do you want to wager on this, or do you want to buzz in on this one or no? Yes, Marquette.
What is Illinois?
Well, all three were still looking for the correct answer. What were we looking for? We were looking for New Jersey. Tricky question for $500. So that will revert us back to Minnesota for a new category. Hopefully we can find something a little more robust here. Take us in a new direction, Minnesota.
We'll do I like to ride my bicycle for 100.
Wider than a sidewalk and serving all non-motorized needs, this type of path is especially good at serving younger, less confident cyclists. Minnesota.
What is a trail? Or a multi-use path?
That is correct. Multi-use or shared use trail. Your pick.
Let's go warning for 300.
Was that 300?
Yep, 300. On a two-lane road that lacks sight distance to maneuver around a slower moving vehicle, this pennant-shaped sign should be used. Minnesota.
What is a no passing zone sign?
That's it. Your pick.
Could we please have warning for 200?
This sign is used in a series to provide additional emphasis and guidance around a horizontal curve. Trying.
What is chevron?
Yes, that's it. Trying your pick.
We'll go warning 100.
When transitioning from a rural to an urbanized area, you may encounter this type of sign to change your speed. Minnesota.
What is a speed limit sign?
No. Marquette or Trine? Trine.
What is reduced speed ahead?
Yes, that is what we were looking for, reduce speed ahead. Okay, Trine, you're in control.
We're gonna do warning 400.
The Beatles sing "Come Together," or where drivers do so at a freeway entrance, you might find this sign. Marquette.
What is merge?
Yes, merge is what we were looking for.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Okay, we're only halfway negative now.
Go ahead, Marquette, make a pick.
We'll take I like to ride my bicycle for 200.
This pavement marking color is commonly used to highlight areas of the roadway designated for bicycle use. Minnesota.
What is green?
That is correct. I do notice quite a bit of green pavement over at the U of M campus these days, so way to pay attention.
I like to ride my bicycle for 300, please.
These double-headed arrow pavement marking symbols indicate that bicycles and cars should share the lane. Minnesota.
What is share the road?
Looks like that is incorrect. Marquette.
What is Sharo?
That is what we were looking for, Sharo. All right, your selection, Marquette.
We will take I like to ride my bicycle for 400.
This facility designates a portion of the road exclusively for bikes through the use of pavement markings and signing. Minnesota.
What is a bike lane?
You got it. That brings you into positive territory, Minnesota.
Mixed up signs for 100, please.
Marquette.
What is trail crossing?
That is correct. Unscramble those letters and you will see trail crossing. Way to go, Marquette. Your pick.
What is mixed up signs for 200? Sorry.
Minnesota.
What is emergency signal?
That is correct.
Let's keep going for 3.
Trying.
What is share the road?
Yes, indeed.
Mixed up signs 400.
Minnesota.
What is school bus stop ahead?
That is correct. Everyone's catching on to this category. Make your next pick.
Finish it off for 5.
Marquette.
What is stop here when flashing?
That is correct. Well done on that category, everyone. Marquette, that brings you into positive territory as well. Your pick.
We'll do signal warrants for 100.
The MUTCD defines 3 vehicular volume-based signal warrants: peak hour, 4-hour, and this. Trying.
What is 8-hour?
Yep, 8 hours is what we were looking for. Well done.
What is signal warrants 200? Oh, yeah.
The pedestrian volume warrant can be met by considering demand over either a peak hour or this many hours. Marquette.
What is 4 hours?
That is correct, 4 hours.
We'll take signal warrants for 300.
That is our daily doubler for the round. So Marquette, you come in with that selection in second place with 700, just behind Minnesota at 800. Trine in third with minus 100. You can wager up to 700. How much would you like to put down?
We'll take 200.
For just 200, here's your clue. Signal warrant volume thresholds can be reduced to 70% in cases where speeds are over 40 miles per hour, or the intersection is located in an isolated community with a population less than this.
What is 2,500? I mean 25,000, sorry.
I think either way it was going to be incorrect. We were looking for 10,000, unfortunately. So that'll only cost you 200 and bring you back down to 500. You are still in control of the board, however. Your pick.
We'll take signal warrants for 400.
Of these, the one that cannot expressly warrant a traffic signal: school, factory, or crash experience. Marquette.
What is factory?
Yes, that's correct.
We'll take I like to ride my bicycle for 500.
Paul Rubens wrote and starred in this 1985 film about his search to recover his stolen bicycle. No one wanting to guess at that one. First, we might want to start off with who is Paul Rubens, but once we know that, that might help us to answer the question. And we were looking for Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Multiple Paul Rubens appearances in Pee-wee movies, but the one we were looking for was Pee-wee's Big Adventure there. So go ahead back to, let's see, we're with Marquette, I believe. Is that correct?
We'll take signal warrants for 500.
This warrant is used to maintain platooning of vehicles for progression and safety. Marquette.
What is traffic light?
That is incorrect. Trine.
What is coordination?
Looks like we might need to hop into a breakout room here. We've got a split panel with our judges. So let's send our judges into the judge deliberation room and give them just a minute or two to sort themselves out. And while we do that, since I know you've all been just waiting to hear some exciting news on the traffic engineering front, I do have a couple of tidbits for you. Since I know we all like getting stuck in traffic, I can report to you that the largest reported traffic jam in history occurred in 2010, when a traffic jam on a highway near Beijing in China kept cars stuck in traffic for more than a week, 9 to 12 days, according to different sources. So next time you're stuck in traffic, just think about the poor folks in Beijing in 2010 that were stuck in traffic for the short period of time of 9 to 12 days. The locals sold food and water to drivers for prices that were 10 times higher than normal. And apparently the congestion was caused by trucks carrying coal. So an apparent environmental input there as well. All right, judge is still thinking about this one, so we'll go to our humor category here while they continue their deliberations. Does anyone know why the squirrel was late for work? Oh, they're back now. I think they just wanted to hear my jokes. They weren't even going to tell me they were back.
I want to hear the joke.
Well, okay, fine. Why was the squirrel late for work? Well, as you know, traffic was nuts. So thank you. All right. So with that, judges, what is the result of your deliberation? Judges are going to say incorrect. So that'll give Marquette and Minnesota a chance to buzz in if they'd like.
I think you mean only Minnesota.
Oh, is that 2 off? Okay, Minnesota's got a chance here to buzz in. Thank you, Phil. Phil's keeping me honest. Phil's running the controls and also keeping me honest. That's a very big job for Phil. All right, time is up. We were looking for, what is warrant 6, the coordinated signal system warrant? So slightly different, and maybe that's why the judges had to go into the thought room on that one to determine if that was going to be a correct response or not. So that will bring us to the final category for this semifinal round. Go ahead and let's take a look at the last clue and warning. This sign name describing an angry male deer is used to warn drivers of an at-grade railroad crossing. Trying.
What is crossbuck?
Yes, that is what the judges were looking for, and that will move you up to, just minus 100. So unfortunately, not quite enough to get you into positive territory for Final Jeopardy, but a well-played game nonetheless. And so we have 2 teams that will move on into our Final Jeopardy round for the semifinal. Minnesota leading with 800 and Marquette with 400. Tryon, unfortunately, we have to say goodbye at this point, but we invite you to stick around and watch the rest of the competition. Thanks again for participating in this year's event. So if everyone is ready, a quick reminder before we move on to the revealing the category, we're going to ask you to first write down your wager once we see the category, and also have a person text it to our judging panel so that they can verify that your answer remains the same when we reveal the responses and wagers. So with that, let's take a look at our Final Jeopardy category. Category is signal timing. Go ahead and one of you can write down your wager and another one can text it to our judging panel. Go ahead and make your wagers now. And I know the rest of you all are dying to hear more from the grab bag that is the traffic engineering humor pile. So the next question on the list here, and I did some really in-depth research to find these traffic engineering humor gold mines here. So the discerning public wants to know, why did the traffic light turn red? And anyone heard this one before? Maybe anyone knows the answer? Of course, the traffic light turned red because you would too if you had to change in the middle of the street. So obviously, straightforward resolution of that question. All right. So judges, where are we at with receiving our wagers on our first final?
I have received 2 wagers properly submitted.
Perfect. So we are ready to see our clue for Final Jeopardy in our first semifinal. Let's go ahead and in the category of signal timing. While yellow clearance interval timing should be based on approach speed and approach grade, all red clearance interval timing should be based on speed and this. Go ahead, make your responses. One person write them, one person text them to our judges. right, judges, do we have our responses in? All right, judges are saying yes, so that means we're ready to start with Marquette. Marquette, you came into Final Jeopardy in second place with 400 points. Let's see if you found the correct response. Show us and tell us what your response was.
We went with what is volume?
What is volume? Judges, is that what we were looking for? Ooh, unfortunately, that is incorrect. That is going to cost you. How much will it cost you, Marquette?
300.
300, bringing you down to 100. And so that moves us next to Minnesota. Minnesota, you came in with 800 in first place. What was your response?
What is intersection width?
What is intersection width? Is that what we were looking for? Judges say that is what we were looking for. And so that will move you up. And how much will it move you up?
$1.
Oh, you did wager more than 0. So that will bring you to 801. And that will mean you are our winner for this semifinal round. Both Minnesota and Marquette will move on to our final later on this evening. So congratulations to both schools. Well done. And with that, we will take just a 10-second break here to get everything set up for semifinal number 2. All right. While we get set up, let's just take another quick second to thank our sponsor for tonight's event, CMT Crawford Murphy Tilley. Again, we appreciate your sponsorship and look forward to working with you continued on into the future. All right. So we are now ready for our second semifinal. Let's meet our teams for semifinal number 2. Leading us off, we have Purdue University. Purdue, go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Sarah Adzit, and I'm a second-year master's student.
Hello, I'm Rahul Sakre, and I'm second-year PhD student.
I'm Justin Malberg, and I'm a second-year PhD student.
Excellent. Welcome, Purdue. And next we have the University of Wisconsin-Madison.
Hello, I'm Ian Hargrove, second-year PhD at UW-Madison.
Yeah, hi, everyone. My name is Wissam Kantar. I'm a third-year PhD student at the University of Wisconsin-Madison.
Hi, I'm Kenton Brummett. I'm a first-year master's student at UW-Madison.
Great. Thanks, Madison. Next, we have Michigan State University.
I thought you were going. Hi, my name is Emma Hagel, and I'm a first-year master's student at Michigan State.
Hi, I'm Miles. I'm a senior at Michigan State.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm a junior at Michigan State.
Great to have you with us, Michigan State. And last team for this semifinal round is South Dakota State University.
Hi, I'm Rosanna Avellino, and I'm a graduate student at SDSU.
I'm Justin Goosen, and I'm a senior at SDSU.
I'm Stacia Norris, and I'm a junior at SDSU.
All right, well, welcome everyone. Thank you all for participating in this year's Traffic Bowl. Glad to have you with us. While we get our team names updated for this second round, our second semifinal, again, just a quick reminder on the rules. Remember, a reminder to phrase your response in the form of a question, and I will call on you. Wait to be called on before providing a response. So with that, it looks like we are almost ready with the board for round number 2. And so let's take a look at our categories. First, we have Great Lakes ITE. These are facts about the Great Lakes ITE district. Next, mask up, the road that is. These are questions about pavement marking. Temporary traffic control, clues from part 6 of the MUTCD. Scramble for parking, and you'll see that asterisk there tells us that this again is a word scramble category. I will not read the clue. As soon as the clue is revealed, I'll type go and you'll be able to buzz in at that point. And lastly, you have me, our category, you spin me right round. Of course, this would be questions about roundabouts. And so with that, the team winning the toss for picking first in this round was Purdue. Purdue, go ahead and lead us off.
Can we do Great Lakes ITE for 200?
The current Great Lakes District Director, Purdue.
Who is Michael McCarthy?
Judges say incorrect. Any of our other three teams wishing to buzz in? Sounds like no. Board operator, who are we looking for here? Who is, of course, Christy Sebastian, the Christy Sebastian. I know who is definitely watching along in the online event being held for our watch party right now. So sorry, Christy, we wish we could have gotten that one for you. Go ahead, back to Purdue for our next clue.
Great Lakes ITE for 100, please.
These 5 states were pulled from the Midwestern District to join the Great Lakes District. Purdue.
What are North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Illinois?
Indeed, that is correct.
Let's do Great Lakes ITE for 300.
The last city in the original Great Lakes District to host an international annual meeting.
It buzzed, Nick. I hit it like 2.2
Oh,
seconds before. So
okay. Well, you'll have to think back all the way, unfortunately, to 1986, if you were to remember this one. I'm guessing a lot of us might not remember back that far. We were looking for what is Indianapolis. Back to Purdue, I believe, to make our next selection.
Can we do temporary traffic control for 100?
Warning signs in temporary traffic control zones primarily include these 2 colors. Purdue.
What are orange and black?
You got it.
Can we do temporary traffic for 200, please?
These workers are sometimes responsible for controlling traffic in a temporary traffic control zone. Purdue.
What are flaggers?
Yes, flaggers is correct. Your pick, Purdue.
Can we do temporary traffic control for 400?
Skipping down to 400. Taper length for transitions on roads with a speed limit of 45 miles per hour or greater should be equal to the product of width and this. Madison.
What is elevation?
No, incorrect. Any of our other 3 schools? Oh, Michigan State.
What is the speed limit?
Yes, that is correct. Speed limit is what we were looking for.
Can we get scramble for 200?
Michigan State. Unfortunately, that's incorrect. Madison.
What is parallel?
You got it. Parallel is correct. Your pick, Madison.
Can we do scrambled for parking 100?
Purdue.
What is curb?
You got it.
Can we do scramble for 300?
South Dakota State.
Oh, sorry. What is on street?
Yes, that's correct. On street. Your choice, South Dakota State.
Let's do scramble for parking for 400.
UW-Madison.
What is handicap?
Yep, that's it.
Scramble for parking 500.
Michigan State.
What is garage?
Yep, that is correct. Rounding out that category. Another excellent job deciphering the word scramble clues. Michigan State, pick a new category for us.
You spin me right round for 100, please.
This movie featured a common concern with roundabouts. Look, kids, Big Ben in Parliament. Purdue.
What is the inability to correctly exit and just drive in circles forever?
Nope, looking for a movie here. Madison.
What is National Lampoon's European Vacation?
That's the movie we're looking for. Our favorite Clark Griswold, played by Chevy Chase, leading his family on another fun-filled vacation, that time through, I believe, Paris. Go ahead, Madison, your pick.
We'll do the same category for 200.
You might confuse these curvy roundabout pavement markings for a fishing lure. All right, nobody looking to jump in on this one. This might be a little bit of inside knowledge. We'll see. We were looking for fish hook arrows, another piece of jargon used to term the name for lane markings, one type of lane markings that can be used at roundabouts. Madison, back to you.
Mask up for 100.
Differing from a dotted line, which provides guidance or warning of a downstream change in lane function, this type of line is typically characterized by a 1-to-3 marking to gap ratio and indicates a permissive condition. Michigan State.
What is a dash line?
Looks like that's correct. Judges slow to respond on that one, but they did give us the thumbs up.
Who was that? I got looking at the judges and lost track.
I believe that was Michigan State.
Can we get the last roundabout one?
Judges giving credit for dashed on that one. All right, Purdue, your selection was, sorry, which one? Or
300 first roundabout, or the
was
spinning right round.
Michigan State, sorry. You're looking for which one?
300 for the spinning right round.
Got it. This type of roundabout, common at diamond interchanges, might leave you a bit misty-eyed. Michigan State.
What is a teardrop roundabout?
Yes, a teardrop is correct.
Can we do you spin me right round for 400, please?
This elevated paved area is provided around the center island in order to accommodate larger vehicles. Purdue.
What is the truck apron?
Yes, that's what we were looking for, truck apron. Your pick, Purdue. Currently in second place with 600, Michigan State leading with 1100.
Can we do temporary traffic control for 500, please?
A temporary traffic control zone consists of this many areas. No one wanting to chance a guess at that one. I believe the answer is 3, but can anyone, for extra credit, 4? I would have gotten it wrong. Can anyone name any of the areas, or maybe we should save that in case it's a later question? But 4 is what we were looking for. I should probably know that too. I think I just took a course in that class. And Phil's laughing because he knows I did. All right. Well, apparently I need to pay closer attention next time. All right. Very good. Back to Purdue, I believe.
Let's finish out temporary traffic control.
This channelizing device must be at least 18 inches high or 28 inches high if used at night. Michigan State.
What is a barricade?
Incorrect. Madison.
What is a cone?
Yes, a cone is what we were looking for. That's right. So your pick, Madison.
Can we do mask up for 200?
The maximum width of a longitudinal pavement marking line. Purdue.
What is 6 inches?
Incorrect.
Jeff's
Wait,
holding up thumbs up.
hold on. Wait.
Jeff's holding up thumbs up.
We got one thumbs up and one thumbs down. Let's send the judges to the breakout room on that one. Sorry, I didn't see the thumbs up there in time. Just saying. Wait, what are you saying, Jeff? I couldn't tell if he was saying look at me or ignore me. But anyway, the judges are now off deliberating again. So that gives me a chance here to reach back into the bag of interesting traffic items. And apparently what I told you earlier isn't correct, because the Guinness Book of World Records claims that what happened in China wasn't actually the longest traffic congestion in history. An older, longer traffic jam happened in France, spanning from Lyon to Paris, and is regarded as the biggest congestion ever. It stretched for 175 kilometers and took place on February 16, 1980. So just a little bit earlier than the 2010 example from Beijing that I mentioned earlier. The reason for this second or earlier longer traffic jam, of course, poor weather and a huge number of cars on the French auto route, for those of you keeping track at home. So the judges back with us yet? Looks like no, so we have time for just a quick bit of humor. Let's see. Oh, that's a tough reference there. I don't think I'd know that one. Let's see.
Nick, you're not using Wikipedia again for these records, are you?
No, I am not actually. This is a very unofficial source. So if you have more correct information, you can feel free to share it with us. All right, so we'll get back to the humor with what do you get when two giraffes collide? Don't think too hard on this one. Oh, the judges are back. Do you want to tell us your answer, or do you want to hear the fun humor result?
Gotta hear the joke.
All right, fine. What do you hear when what do you get when two giraffes collide? Of course, that would be a giraffic jam.
God.
I knew you'd like that one, Jeff. That was especially just for you. Okay, so judges, what do you have for us? Judges are going to say incorrect. So that, okay, Michigan State.
What is 6 inches?
Incorrect. And our last school would be, or there's 2 other schools that can buzz in. Either of our other 2 teams wanting to take a chance on this one? We were looking for what is 8 inches. So close with 6 inches, but not quite. So we will go back to, I believe, Madison. You made the pick before that. Your pick.
Can we go with the mascot the road that is 300?
For how much?
300.
Mass for 300. The characteristic that ensures that pavement markings are visible at night and is a required component for all markings on interstate highways. Purdue.
What is retroreflectivity?
Well done. Retroreflectivity. That's correct. Your pick, Purdue.
Can we kill that roundabout category?
Indeed, we can. For 500, this design feature allows pedestrians to rest on the beach when crossing a leg of a roundabout. Madison.
What is island?
I like how Jeff's always the one to give thumbs up when everybody else says thumbs down. So we have a hand, we have a new symbol, an undefined symbol from our MUTCD expert, Judge Joe Gustafson. That really
I used that last time because I saw there was already a split.
That must mean that it's time for another breakout room. So go ahead, judges. Go deliberate one more time for us. All right. Let's see here. All right, so the question is, why should the Miami Hurricanes change their uniforms to orange? Straightforward, so they can play the game, direct traffic, and then pick up trash without changing, obviously. Very straightforward. All right. Ooh, this one might be good if you are a resident of the Los Angeles area. And I don't think this is a clue, so I think I can share this one. Those of you who are familiar with the Los Angeles area might be familiar with their freeway traffic and the fact that they call their freeways by, with the instead of, the type of road. But anyway, so have you heard about the new Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock movie? Yeah, it's about the Los Angeles area. It's about the 405, and it's called Reduced Speed. So for those of you who like traffic movies, you might enjoy that one. All right, are our judges back with us yet? There they are. All right, judges, what do we have? Judges are going to say correct. So Madison will get 500 for that one, and that will be your pick. We were looking for Splitter Island, but the judges were willing to give credit for Island, so well done. Your pick, Madison.
We'll do Great Lakes ITE for 400.
This city in the current Great Lakes District hosted the second annual meeting in 1931, and also the most annual meetings. No one wanted to hop in on that one. We were looking for, sorry, South Dakota State, not quite in time. We were looking for Chicago, who's hosted 12 annual meetings. So back to Madison.
We'll do ITE again for 500.
These 3 C Ohio cities each hosted an annual meeting, but none since 1966. Purdue.
What are Cincinnati, Cleveland, and Columbus?
Those are the 3 C cities in Ohio, correct.
Can we do Mask Up the Road for 400?
And our daily double for this round. So let's see, that was Purdue with the pick. Purdue, you come into our daily double here, still leading with 1,200. Wisconsin tight on your trail with 1,100. Michigan State in third with 600, and South Dakota State with 300. You can wager up to 1,200. How much will it be?
We're gonna wager 200.
200 only for Mask Up the Road. A normal width double broken yellow line is the longitudinal marking used to delineate this type of lane.
Answer, go for it.
What is a managed lane?
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that is not what we were looking for. We were looking instead for what is reversible. Close, but unfortunately not correct. That will cost you only 200, and that will bring us to the final clue for this semifinal round. Go ahead in the Mask Up the Road, that is, for 500 this time. The 5 acceptable colors for pavement marking. Purdue.
Can we do yellow, white, black, red, and purple? What is yellow, white, black, red, and purple? But no.
Judges say incorrect. Michigan State.
What is white, yellow, green, blue, and red?
Our favorite symbol from Judge Joe. Let's go ahead and send our judges back to the breakout room, please. I can't tell if he's waving to us or if he actually just likes the breakout room. It could actually be either one of the two. For those that don't know Joe, Joe is a member on the committee that helps write the METCD. So he's might be just a bit more knowledgeable than the average traffic engineer on these types of topics. So maybe that's why he has some special insight that he wants to take into account on this one. All right. Let's see here. Back to the traffic facts that I know you're all just very excited about. the European Patent Office, under the category of "Isn't this interesting?" Actually holds more than 5,000 listed inventions relating to traffic signals or traffic lights. So for those of you who say that it's already been invented and already been done, may be true, but if 5,000 things can be invented relating to traffic lights, there's probably one or two more that you all might be able to get out and invent. So rest assured, there's probably more new stuff out there. All right, judges, what did we decide? Judges are going to go with a thumbs up.
Nick, I've been tasked with explaining this one.
Oh, good. Let's hear the explanation, Joe.
According to the last METCD, the 5 acceptable colors were yellow, white, red, blue, and purple. However, green has been accepted as an interim approval as a 6th color. So they got 5 of the 6 acceptable current colors.
All right. With that, that will move Michigan State up by 500. And into a tie for first place, both Michigan State and Wisconsin with 1,100, Purdue with 500, and South Dakota State with 300. All right. That will move us to our final Jeopardy category, where you'll be able to check out the category before making your wager. Let's have a look at our final Jeopardy category. All right, category for this final round of Jeopardy is driving. Go ahead and make your wagers. One person write them down for us and one person text them to the judging panel, please. Looks like 3 wagers are in, just waiting on the 4th. All right, we have all 4. Well done. And so a reminder again, make sure that your response is in the form of a question. With that, let's take a look at our clue. The 3 major subtasks of the driving task. The 3 major subtasks of the driving task. Go ahead and write your response. So only 3 responses in. Does anybody have any quickly get their the last one in? We only have 3, huh? All right, so just 3 teams with responses in, unfortunately. So we'll start off with South Dakota State. You came into Final Jeopardy in 4th place with 300. What was your response? Go ahead, hold it up for us and tell us what your response was as well. South Dakota State, are you with us? All right. Maybe we'll come back to South Dakota State.
Nick, I can chime in. Sorry, I missed which school you had called on, but
Oh, okay.
it's the one that didn't get one in time.
Got it. Okay, so no reply from South
I'm
Dakota
sorry.
State. Any wager from South Dakota State? Judd, did we receive a wager from South
Yeah,
Dakota
we
State?
did receive a wager. I thought they were maybe going to hold it up. The wager was 50.
50. Okay, unfortunately, that'll cost South Dakota State 50 points. It'll drop them down to 250. We'll move on next to Purdue. Purdue, you came in third place with 500. What was your response?
What are control, guidance, and navigation?
Control, guidance, very well printed, by the way. Control, guidance, and guidance and navigation are correct. That is what we were looking for. That'll move you up. How much will that move you up?
500 points.
Moving Purdue up 500. We'll take them to 1,000. That'll bring us next to, we'll go to Michigan State. Michigan State, you came in tied for first with 1,100. Did you find the three correct components?
What is guidance, control, and navigation?
Yep.
Guidance, control, and navigation is correct. That will move you up. How much will you move up?
$1.
Just $1. Okay, moving you to 1101. And next, Wisconsin. Did you find the three correct subtasks?
The first answer is what are control, guidance, and navigation?
Indeed, that is correct. Matches
And
your response?
Wager is 1 as well.
Ooh, interestingly, we have a tie for first place. All right, so with a tie, that means both teams, Michigan State and Wisconsin, will be moving on. We will do a tiebreaker here to see which is first. Well, actually, we'll have to check. What board keeper, remind me what our final score was from the winning team in the first round. Who was paying close attention during the first round and can remember the final score from our winning team?
It was
U of M
800.
had less, like we had, I think 801. We definitely had less than 1101.
All right, so we do need to do a tiebreaker. The winner of the tiebreaker will be the team to pick first, so we will do one. But before we get to that, let's give a hand to our other participants, Purdue and South Dakota State, for playing. Thank you for your participation in this year's Traffic Bowl. We appreciated having you. Look forward to seeing you again soon. You're welcome to stick around and watch the final with us. So now let's move on to a quick tiebreaker here to determine our winner for this round. How this will work is we will just pick one of the clues and it will work like a regular Jeopardy round. I'll read the clue and type in go into the chat. And if you want to, go ahead and buzz in. And the first team will buzz in, will have a chance to answer. If they answer it correctly, they will be our winner. We need to have a correct answer from somebody before we can pronounce a winner. So with that, let's go ahead and see our tiebreaker clue. Number of student chapters listed on the ITE website for the Great Lakes District. Michigan State. Incorrect. Madison, let's see, type it in here. You can buzz in if you'd like.
Yeah.
Madison?
What is 23?
Unfortunately, that's incorrect. Judges, remind me, are we doing this properly? Am I on board or on the correct path for the process here? Somebody's, the rule expert needs to keep me on track here. All right, so we'll move on then to the second. 24 is what we were looking for there. 24 student chapters. So with that, we can move on to our second tiebreaker. The first year of the ITE Collegiate Traffic Bowl, pitting student chapters in Canada and the US against each other. The first year of the ITE Collegiate Traffic Bowl, pitting student chapters in Canada and the US against each other. Nobody wanting to buzz in on that one? I'm going to guess it was 2009. How about that? All right. Hopefully we can find a winner here with our remaining clues. We might have to change up the format if no one gets this one right.
Yeah, before question 400 we'll just have to do who's closest because no one's going to get it. So
Okay, so if we get to that point, we'll change up the format for that one. But for same format here for the $300 clue. Let's see this one. The number of sections in the Canadian district. Madison.
What is 1?
Judges say incorrect. Michigan State. All right, you don't have to answer yet, but either way, you can answer if you choose to. All right, so neither team get it. So this last one, we're just going to have both teams answer, and the team that is closer will be our victor for this round.
So do we want to have them write it down on a piece of paper?
Yeah, let's do this like Final Jeopardy. You can each write down your response and text it to our judging panel. When both of your responses are received by the judging panel, we'll reveal answers. So with that,
how much time do we want to do?
How much time do they need? You know the question.
We'll give them 30 seconds.
30 seconds, okay. 30 seconds to get your response in the form of a question. The number of PDF pages in the 2008 MUTCD, including revisions 1 and 2. So go ahead, write your response down, text it to the judging panel, and we'll reveal in 30 seconds. And if anyone gets this right exactly, I'll suspect foul play. Or someone who's really stayed up way too late studying for this traffic bowl. Either one of the two, I'm not sure which. Although I have heard that the latest edition is a page turner, so maybe people are just cozying up to it and having a good read. All right, so Judge Joe, we have both responses. Okay, we have both responses in. We'll start with Michigan State. Michigan State, what did you have?
What is 400?
What is 400? All right, before we reveal the response or the answer, let's see what Wisconsin came up with. Wisconsin, what did you have?
What is 875?
875. All right, judges. Who's our victor?
Madison.
Madison. All right. 860. Ooh, that was pretty close actually. 862. All right, so Madison, you'll be our team to pick first. That was a good use of tiebreakers for somewhat not entirely necessary purpose, but we now have a team that will be picking first in Final Jeopardy. So Michigan State and Wisconsin moving on. They will meet up again against our two victors from the first round. And I neglected to write those teams down, so somebody remind me quick who the 4 teams will be so we can get that noted here.
It is Madison, Michigan State, Marquette, and Minnesota.
Marquette. All right, perfect. So those 4 teams. And so with that, we are going to take just a short 2-minute break. And when we get back, we will have another word from our sponsor, and then we'll proceed to the final round. So 2-minute break. All right, so we've had our 2-minute break, and so I just want to thank our sponsor, CMT, Crawford Murphy Telia, again, for sponsoring our traffic bowl for 2021. We're going to take a quick look at a video put together, provided to us by CMT to tell us a little bit more about their firm. So with that, let's take a look.
The needs for infrastructure are out there. You know, the issue right now is, can we find enough people? You know, as engineers, one of the reasons we went to school was to improve the quality of life, you know, within our own communities. We're responsive, we provide value, we're looking for people that, you know, fit our culture.
The culture here is just, it's very welcoming. It really is, I think, the biggest reason that I felt welcomed and as a part of the team from day one is we align in values. And I'm really excited on the future of the company and what we'll go out and do.
We're looking for a diverse group of people that share our core values. Because when we get together to brainstorm solutions, we want people from all different walks of life to come in and help solve problems.
All right, again, thanks CMT. You can definitely tell that video is current. We see people masking up in that video, so very up to date. Thanks CMT for sharing that with us. All right, let's go ahead and meet the teams again for our championship round of this 12th edition of the Great Lakes ITE Traffic Bowl. First team, University of Minnesota. Go ahead and introduce yourself again and maybe tell us a little bit something more about yourself.
Hi, my name is Mats, and I am a junior at the University of Minnesota, and I am originally from Colorado.
Hi, my name is Blake. I'm a senior at the University of Minnesota, and I am not originally from Colorado.
My name is Eric Wurst. I'm a junior at the University of Minnesota, and I love to cross-country ski.
Perfect. All right. Well, thanks, Minnesota. Next up, we have Marquette University.
I'm Kenzie Allen. I am a junior here at Marquette University, and I'm originally from Minnesota.
Hi, I'm Danielle Del Conte. I'm a senior at Marquette, and my interest in transportation engineering is researching bus transit.
My name is Matt Waldstein, senior at Marquette, and I like to play golf.
Perfect. All right. Thanks, Marquette. Next up, we have University of Wisconsin-Madison.
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm Wissam Kontar from University of Wisconsin-Madison. I'm a PhD student and I'm originally from Lebanon. Just moved here 3 years ago to the US.
Ian Hargrove, second year PhD student from Arkansas.
Hi, I'm Kenton Brummett. I'm a first-year master's student, and I like to play guitar.
Excellent. Thank you, Madison. And our last final team, Michigan State University.
Hi, my name's Emma Hagel. I'm a first-year graduate student at Michigan State, and I'm originally from the Detroit area. So.
Hi, I'm Miles. I'm a senior at Michigan State, and I'm not from Colorado.
Hi, my name's Lauren. I'm a junior at Michigan State, and I'm from Canton, Michigan.
All right, excellent. Well, lots of folks from and not from Colorado. It's good to know that Colorado is getting a good representation here at tonight's competition. So with that, Let's reveal our categories for our final championship round here. We have traffic loading and unloading in 2020. These are questions about traffic metrics. Parked, where your car has been. There are questions obviously about parking. Traffic signal alternatives. These are traffic engineering alternatives to traffic signals. There, a 3 is a magic number. These are questions having to do with 3 things. And finally, Great Lakes transportation. These are clues about getting around the Great Lakes region. So with that, I believe our tiebreaker winner was Minnesota. Is that correct?
No.
Oh, sorry. Wrong game. Remind me again. Short-term memory loss. It hurts when you get old. You'll get there someday.
University of Wisconsin Madison.
Madison, thank you very much. Appreciate that. All right. So Madison, lead us off and pick our first clue for this championship round.
All right. So let's start easy. Let's start with the there is a magic number 400.
A traffic signal has these colors. Marquette.
Red, yellow, and green. What is red, yellow, and green?
Yep, that's correct. And as a reminder, remember to get those phrases or phrase your responses in the form of a question, which you did there. All right, that means Marquette, your pick.
What is 3? I mean, 3 is a magic number for 200.
An equilateral street sign that assigns right-of-way without requiring a stop. Minnesota.
What is a yield sign?
You got it. That's it.
3 is a magic number for 300, please.
3 of the 4 forms of sight distance. Marquette.
What is stopping sight distance, headlight stop distance, and decision sight distance?
Judges say incorrect. Michigan State.
What is decision sight distance, passing sight distance, and intersection sight distance?
Yes, those are 3 of them. And the other one we were looking for that we would have taken would have been intersection stopping, passing, and decision. So well done. Michigan State, your pick.
Can we get 100 for the alternatives?
Traffic signal alternatives. This newer method of intersection control was invented in the United Kingdom in 1966. Michigan State.
What is a traffic circle?
Incorrect. Madison.
What is roundabout?
Yes, modern roundabout or roundabout is what we were looking for. That is correct. Your pick, Madison.
Can we do parked for 100?
This color pavement marking is used to supplement white markings for parking spaces for persons with disabilities. Marquette.
What is blue?
Indeed, blue is correct.
We'll take 3 as a magic number for 400.
The name for warrant 3 for a traffic signal. Marquette, just in time.
What is 8-hour volume?
Incorrect. We were looking for peak hour warrant. So we'll go back to, I believe, Marquette, back to you.
We'll take 3 as a magic number for 500.
The 3 conditional verbs used in the MUTCD for various levels of provisions. Michigan State.
What is a should, shall, may?
Yes, should, shall, and may, correct. Your pick.
Parks 200, please.
This sign category includes signs and plaques governing parking and standing. Michigan State.
What is informational?
That is incorrect. And the name for the official sign category we were looking for here was regulatory, I believe. Is that correct, judges? Yep, regulatory is what we were looking for there. All right, back to Michigan State. No, back to Michigan State, yes.
Parks 300, please.
And that is our daily double. So Michigan State, you are in the lead with 500. Minnesota and Wisconsin both in positive territory, and Marquette in the negative territory. You can wager up to 500. How much would you like to spend? A risk.
Can we do 100, please?
All right, your clue for 100. Where parking movements are likely to occur, the minimum mounting height measured vertically from the bottom of the sign to the top of the adjacent curb.
What is 7 feet?
That is correct. Well done. 7 feet. You are in control.
Parks 400, please.
To avoid confusing a parking area with a recreational park on a portable message sign, this is an acceptable abbreviation for parking. Minnesota.
What is P?
Incorrect. We were looking for this. What is PKING? All right, so that will throw it back to Marquette.
It's not us.
Oh, it's not?
I don't know who picked last.
I think it's Michigan State, right?
Parks 500, please.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. All right, parked for 500. One of 2 signs used to discourage or prohibit shoulder parking, particularly at scenic locations or where other attractions create a tendency for drivers to stop temporarily. Michigan State.
What is a no parking sign?
Ooh.
12-inch square one?
2.5 no's. I guess that means we need to go to a breakout room. Go ahead, judges. Take a minute to think about that one. I'm going to call him Upraised Hand Joe every time I see him now. The new nickname. All right. All right, so statistics. I know you all like statistics. So statistics on congestion from the United States. The individual cost of congestion exceeded $900 per driver in 1997, resulting in more than $72 billion in useless spending. I wonder what that stat is for recent times. I do know that it probably went down here with COVID, much less congestion, but I'm sure it's starting to tick back up these days. Each year in the US, 5.7 billion person hours of delay due to traffic congestion. All right, looks like we have our judges back. What do we know, judges? Judges say incorrect. So we were looking for Madison, go ahead.
What is no standing?
Judges say incorrect. Minnesota or Marquette? Marquette.
What is a no stopping at any time sign?
Okay, that's also incorrect. So Minnesota, up to you if you want to jump in on this one or not. Playing it safe and staying out of this one, which appears to be a very tricky technical question. What were we looking for? We were looking for what is emergency parking only or emergency stopping only? All right, very tricky and technical. We'll I'm sure receive feedback on that one from our viewers. Let's move ahead back to our previously picked our previous team to pick a clue. I can't remember who that was. That was so long ago now.
Michigan State, I
Michigan
think.
State.
Thank you, Michigan State. Your pick.
Alternative for 200, please.
A little birdie told me this alternative strategy for red indication control may be an option if signal warrants are not met. Madison.
What is hawk signal?
That is correct. Well done. All right, Madison, your pick.
Can we do traffic loading 100?
Increasing in popularity, a metric used to tax road users as an alternative to fuel taxes, denoted as VMT. Minnesota.
What is vehicle miles traveled?
That's it. Yep.
We'll do the same category for 200.
Abbreviated HOV, this type of lane is designated for a vehicle meeting a threshold which is typically 2 or 3 persons. Minnesota.
What is high occupancy vehicle?
Yep, that is correct.
Same category for 3.
Denoted by the acronym EASL, a metric used to normalize vehicle volumes for purposes of pavement design. Minnesota.
What is equivalent single axle load?
You got it.
Keep going for 4.
A factor of 1.5 for single unit trucks, 2.5 for buses, and 0.5 for motorcycles. This is used to convert traffic into a homogeneous flow for traffic volume estimates. Michigan State.
What is the heavy vehicle factor? No.
That is incorrect. Minnesota, Wisconsin, or Marquette? None of the three looking to buzz in on this one. We were looking for passenger car equivalent. All right, so back to Minnesota.
Finish out the category for 5.
The daily threshold volume at which a road is considered low volume according to the MUTCD. Minnesota.
What is 4,000 vehicles?
Incorrect. All right, we were looking for 400 instead of 4,000, so off by a factor of 10. All right, back to you, Minnesota. You're just below 0 at this point.
Traffic signal alternatives for 300, please.
If crashes are occurring mainly at night at an unsignalized junction, this mitigation may be more appropriate than a traffic signal. Marquette.
Adding lighting. What is adding lighting?
That is correct. Your pick, Marquette.
We'll take traffic signal alternatives for 400.
If traffic volumes are heavy but do not quite meet signal warrants may still be met for this more restrictive octagon sign control method. Minnesota.
What is a stop controlled intersection? A stop sign controlled intersection.
Judges say incorrect. Marquette.
What is an always stop?
That is the type of stop control we were looking for. Yes, indeed. Marquette, your pick.
We'll take traffic signal alternatives for 500.
And that is our daily double, or our second daily double for Final Jeopardy, or our championship round, I should say. So all teams in the negative at this point. Marquette, you're second closest to 0 with -300. Wisconsin just ahead of you with -200. You can wager up to 500.
We'll wager 100.
Looking to creep back up. Geometric treatment that can be used to shorten the pedestrian crossing distance by eliminating the shoulder or parking lane.
What is a bump out?
That is correct. That'll bump you up just to -200, tied for the lead. Your pick again.
We'll take Great Lakes Transportation for 100.
The busiest highway in North America isn't in California. It's in this Canadian city on the easternmost Great Lakes, site of the 2017 ITE annual meeting. Minnesota.
What is Toronto?
You got it. Toronto it is.
For 2.
The start of it all, the Ojibwe people call it Gitche Gummy, or Big C. Tanker ships are loaded with commodities to start their journey eastward. Minnesota.
What is Lake Superior?
That is correct.
For 3.
Who needs a motor? Every August, people cool off by floating down the St. Clair River that drains this Great Lake. In 2016, strong winds stranded 1,600 Americans on the Canadian shore. Minnesota.
What is Lake Huron?
Indeed, that is correct. That moves you into positive territory.
For 400.
The SS Badger Ferry connects US Highway 10 between the cities of Manitowoc and Ludington across this lake. Marquette.
What is Lake Michigan?
That also is correct, moving you, I believe, into positive territory as well. And that will bring us up to our final clue for the championship round of regular Jeopardy for 500 in Great Lakes Transportation. Take Interstate 75 to its northern end and cross over the shipping locks into Canada on the international bridge connecting these two cities with the same name. Minnesota.
What is Sault Ste. Marie?
That is correct. As we end our regular Jeopardy round, we have Minnesota in first with 600, Marquette in second with 200, Michigan State and Wisconsin both in negative figures. So we'd like to thank Michigan State and Wisconsin for joining us today. Unfortunately, you won't be moving on to Final Jeopardy. Minnesota and Marquette. Let's take a look at our category for Final Jeopardy. Category for Final Jeopardy is geometric design. Go ahead and make your wagers, write them, and text them to our judging panel, please. And Joe, you can let us know when you've got 2 wagers in. Or just give us the upraised hand like you usually do, because that's the symbol I'm now equating with you. All right, 2 wagers are in. Thanks, Joe. All right, let's have a look at our clue for Final Jeopardy in our championship round. To calculate the stopping sight distance, these 2 factors are added together. Go ahead and write your response. Remember to write your response in the form of a question and to text it to our judging panel. All right, Marquette, you came in second place with 200. What was your response?
We went with what is grade and side friction factor?
What is grade and side friction factor? Judges are saying that is incorrect, so that will cost you. How much will you move down?
All of it.
All of it, back down to 0. And that will move us to Minnesota. You came in first place with 600. Did you find the correct response?
What is perception and reaction time?
What is perception and reaction time? Judges are saying that is also incorrect. So that will cost you. How much did you wager?
$51.
$51, moving you down to $549, but still enough to land you in first place for our championship of this year's Great Lakes ITE Traffic Bowl. Congratulations to the University of Minnesota. All right, So I want to again thank all of our participants from all 7 of our schools for participating in this year's Traffic Bowl. We appreciate the time and effort you've put into not only studying for this competition, but also the practice rounds that you participated in to kind of learn the ins and outs of participating in a Jeopardy style game show during a worldwide pandemic. So we appreciate all of the time and effort that you've put into that. I want to thank our committee as well for all the hard work and effort you put in coming up with clues and PowerPoints and all the work that you did to put this presentation together. And for our winner, the next step will be moving on to the international level Grand Championship, which will be held on Wednesday, July 21st of this year. Again, this would have been part of the Portland International Annual Meeting held in August, but that meeting is moving virtually. So you'll be seeing emails about that and an opportunity to attend virtually for that event. So I believe I think on the first day of that meeting, Wednesday, July 21st is when the Grand Championship of the Traffic Bowl is going to be held. So look out for that. And Minnesota, we wish you best of luck in that competition. So one last reminder to look out also as well for the Great Lakes District Annual Meeting, which again is going to be held August 30th through 31st. We are again hoping that meeting is going to be an in-person meeting in Columbus, Ohio. So again, August 30th to the 31st in Columbus for the Great Lakes District Annual Meeting. And so with that, again, congratulations to Minnesota, and thank you and congratulations for all of our participants. Thank you again for playing, and hope to see you again soon.